Right, the bike is completely cold. It's not been run since I did the tappets. And what I'll do is just show you it starting from completely cold. It won't need any choke, but I might need to just up the revs a little bit till it's warmed up. What I'll do now is take it for a bit of a run and take some more GoPro. Right, I've pulled onto the street, indicators and everything work fine. One thing that I should mention is the neutral light, which is behaving itself today, sometimes stays on all the time. I'm guessing it's just the switch needs a bit of adjustment, might have vibrated loose. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's a very light bike. It only weighs, I think, 85 kilos, something like that. So it's very easy to manoeuvre. I've never had any issues with getting in and out of the house, apart from the fact I'm going to change houses and have no conservatory to keep it in. It's a bit of a pain manoeuvring it through the back gate because the gate's not quite as wide as the mirrors that are on it, but you can quite easily lift the bike sideways. Not sure which way to go. It's all 30 miles an hour around here, so I'll take it out onto the open road and open it up. 5-speed gearbox. When it was new, I think it was 11 horsepower. It's probably about 9.5, 10 now. It's lost a little bit. Not a sports bike by any means, but it will quite easily hold its own in traffic. It's very rare I go above 50 in it. On it, should I say. I have done when it was 65, but it doesn't feel right on a classic bike like this. Certainly not with just 100 cc's. The brakes work well, to say that the front brake is a cable disc. It's not a patch on a modern hydraulic brake, but it passed its MOT in a far worse state. Since then I've cleaned the disc up, put new pads in, which are still bedding in. But at least now when you brake, the front of the bike will dip down. The back brake's great, that'll just lock up quite easily. Right, so a bit of country road to ride on. down the gears normally. Train to come. I might as well tell you a little bit about the bike. I'm going to put it all in the advert, but I'll say it anyway. Oh look, there's the train. Marvellous, good timing. In case there's a second train and we still have to wait, the whole bike's been stripped down, the frame powder coated, some new bearings, some new chrome parts, some re-chroming, the tank and the side panel's been painted. I fitted the decals, which weren't cheap to be honest, recovered the seat and fitted a brand new carburettor. I don't think there was anything wrong with the original carburettor, I just thought, why not? They're only about 30 quid. So to be honest, everything for this bike is really cheap. The only thing that I was going to do, but obviously I'm going to sell it now, was try and get a new bezel for this. I think from looking, it's as easy if not cheaper to get the whole unit, which I think are around about 30 or 40 pounds. Not expensive. When I first bought it, someone hadn't done the indicator up properly, and I lost the lens. That was £3 something from, oh, I can't remember where now, to replace. I've got some spare headlight bulbs. No, I haven't. I've got some spare brake light bulbs, should I say, and a couple of indicator bulbs, I think. Issues with it, nothing apart from the neutral light coming on when it feels like it, but that's no biggie. The engine's been left untouched. I didn't want to start messing around and spraying it. Obviously you can do, and it would possibly improve the look of the bike. Personally, I like to have the original engine as is. It's had a new kickstarter on it as well, and since the lens vibrated off when I first bought it, I went round and checked every nut and bolt on it to make sure everything was tight. The guys that picked it up for me should have checked everything, obviously they missed that. Everything else was okay though, and they put it through its MOT. Since then I've replaced the front disc brake pads and cleaned the contaminants off the disc, because it was, I think people had been touching it, or somebody had been touching it with oily hands when it was rebuilt. And that's about it, I think. Back brake works great, it's responsive, good braking before it locks up. As soon as it locks up, take your foot off the brake and it rotates again. The front brake is nowhere near as good as a modern hydraulic disc, but the bike does dip down and it stops reasonably well, but don't expect it to stop on a sixpence like a modern bike would. Not a third train surely. New mirrors which work really well. There's a bit of vibration at speed, but you can still quite easily see what colour car there is behind you and probably what make of car it is. Reading the number plates, probably not. It's comfortable, although I wouldn't like to go to the north of Scotland on it. You are leant over a little bit, more than, for example, a modern scooter that I rode recently, and there really isn't any luggage storage for it. So if I go anywhere out for a ride, I always take a rucksack and some tools as well, just in case you need them. I wouldn't like to have to phone the RAC out just for an indicator or a backlight bulb that's gone. I'm glad I wore my summer jacket. I didn't mention the gearbox and the clutch. Gearbox and clutch are good. Clutch works fine. Gearbox, it's not full of false neutrals like some of the bikes I've had. I think I've only hit a false neutral once. To be honest, I had the wrong footwear on. Going up and down the box, fine. Whether you want to just flip the engine to match the road speed to the engine revs, or just change down to normally, makes no difference. Works fine either way. in the original advertising material, there's a review. I was quite surprised how the reviewer said how easily it changes gear without using the clutch, which it does.